Honestly, never thought I would be saying these words on the channel, but today's video is about a really popular influencer removed her own IUD at home and talking about how the reason that she did it is because she received a spiritual download. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a commentary video. I have had a commentary playlist on my channel for about a year, but I haven't used it as much as some of my other playlists. I haven't updated it as much. And honestly, it's because a lot of the times I don't have the mental or the emotional energy to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm too scared of hate. A lot of just me nervously rocking back and forth gets edited out of these videos, and I need you to know that, okay? I'm scared of you, but I'm more scared to not say anything, truly. I am a 31-year-old woman who had an IUD herself inside her body for 3 years. And I feel like I can give you not only an objective opinion, but just relay to you what is the general opinion on this, the general opinion in the medical community, and not only give you a brief rundown of my IUD experience, but just caution you against listening to horse shit like this. It's just... It's taken me 3 weeks to It's taken about 3 weeks for me to process and think about what I want to say, and does it make sense for me to add to the conversation here? But I'm talking about it. Today we're talking about Kyleena McBroom of the Ace family, which is a family channel here on YouTube with, I think, like 10 million subscribers. Millions and millions of subscribers. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I just Googled the Ace family YouTube. They have 18.9 million subscribers, you guys. What? That is almost 20 million subscribers on YouTube. Hands down has got to be one of the largest channels on YouTube. Definitely one of the largest family channels, if not the largest. Of course, before we get See, and I'm also scared shitless to make these videos, so I never do. Back to the disclaimer. Before we get further into this video, this is a commentary video on my YouTube channel. This is my opinion. Please do not send anybody any hate, as Christina Randall says. I love her videos. Just insert her little disclaimer here. These videos are not intended to hate on anybody or have anyone go and hate on them. This is purely just my opinion, and I'm making this video because I care about the perception of IUDs for women my age, for younger women, men, really anybody. It needs to know that taking out your IUD at home is not recommended, can have lasting effects, including lasting damage. That being said, every clip or photo that I insert in this video, I do so with fair use, so don't try it. Okay, so news-wise, I'm talking about this around January 11th is the time of filming, 8:39 p.m. You guys, this happened 3 weeks ago, around December 21st, and I just was depressed. It depressed me. It blew my mind. The Ace family involves a husband and a wife, Austin and Catherine, and then I think they have 3 children. Not going to look up the names, not going to talk about the kids. My opinion on family channels and vlogging your children is for another day, okay? Kyleena McBroom is absolutely stunning. She's really well liked by a lot of people, and she is very heavily active on Snapchat still. I know a lot of people don't use that app anymore. I haven't had it in years. But apparently she gets on there daily and talks to their followers. A lot of the people that follow Kyleena on Snapchat, she has said this herself, are women that are in their teens to mid-30s. So the majority of her demographic is women. That is who she's influencing. This is somebody with a family channel with 18.9 million followers. She's influencing the majority of her demographic is women. And she is an influencer. That's what she is. When she's posting on Snapchat, posting on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is, they have built up such this massive following. I mean, in my mind, it's like Kardashian level of influencing community, truly, like the D'Amelios or whatever. It's like unfathomable to me. And with that comes, you know, obviously great influence, and your audience deserves to receive accurate advice, and this ain't it. I'm like so stressed about it. I don't even know what to say. So Catherine gets on her Snapchat where she's got, you know, all these people following, paying attention, hanging on to her every word, and this is what she posts. For years, I haven't really had a period due to pregnancies and breastfeeding, and when my period would come back, they would be long-lasting and painful, so I decided to get an IUD about 1.5 years ago. About 1.5 years ago, when my son was born, and it was the biggest mistake. The hormones released in my body have caused so much damage. I also haven't had a period for the last 8 months. I got a download the other day that I needed to immediately remove it to get myself healthy again. I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about the spiritual download, I swear to God. I mean, I read it was difficult to take it out yourself, but that didn't stop me. Why? Why not? Why at that moment? Or why not when you got it inserted in the gyno office? Right up there, and the medical professional did that. Why in that moment, 2.5 years ago, did we not agree, okay, I will come back here when I feel like it, when I get a spiritual download, whatever the case may be, when I want to conceive again, whatever, for whatever reason. Any woman, by the way, can have any contraceptive, birth control kit. That is a woman's choice, in my opinion, and in the law of the universe. That's a woman's choice to use any kind of contraceptive and get any kind of contraceptive removed. They'll do it. They'll do it for any reason. The gyno doesn't care. If it was a spiritual download, if you want to have a baby, if you hate him and the patriarchy, any reason will do. No reason at all. Just pay the copay or have it taken out at your annual exam, and it's included. I read it was difficult to take out yourself, but that didn't stop me. When I got it out, it was like my body gave it right up. I cried of happiness, knowing my body was finally going to be happy and thank me. Anything but this. Anything but this. No. Because an IUD is a perfectly safe and scientifically proven form of birth control. There are different types of IUDs that you can have. Some IUDs do distribute hormones throughout your body the same way that a birth control pill would. So just so you know my experience with this, I'm not a medical expert by any means. I am an attorney and a YouTuber and a bad bitch. So I've been on birth control in some form or the other from the ages 15 through 31. Okay, so that's a very long time. What are we calling that? 16, almost 17 years. I was on the pill until about 3 years ago when I got an IUD. The IUD I got was the Kyleena, and my OBGYN, Thomas, my husband, went with me to the appointment. It was my annual exam, and we were also discussing getting an IUD as a different option for birth control. I just was tired of forgetting to take the pill. I mean, it's like since I'm 15 and I was in my late 20s at this point, and like me remembering to take the damn pill at the same time every day, or just even every day, was not consistently happening. And it just was make me feel sick, make my smell strengthen, like I had like super smell. I mean, really what birth control does in a sense is put your body in a false state of pregnancy. So for me, the side effects of birth control, the pill was not it. I was very, very hormonal. And I do want to be clear that some IUDs can also distribute hormones throughout your body the same way that the pill does. The Kyleena IUD does not do that. It is localized hormones that are local just to the IUD, just to where the IUD is inserted. So that is not an issue. I actually, for the first time in the last 3 years while having the IUD, I didn't have to worry about crazy hormones or, those, of course, periods or any of the PMSing, anything like that. I did have spotting pretty much every month for the 3 years that I had the IUD. It was very, very light, but ultimately my experience with the Kyleena IUD was that I did not have because of the localized hormones, I did not have really any bad side effects. I mean, the side effect is that you can have sex and not worry about getting pregnant. It's just, it gives you that freedom to not have to remember to take a pill every day, to have sex. I mean, of course, you still want to have protected sex in the sense that you want to use a condom. But for me and for my husband, it was great. We loved it. And I decided to get it taken out after 3 years. Mine was a 3 to 5 year IUD. Some of them range, I think, all the way up to 8 or 10 years, but the majority, the average is 3 to 5 years that you want to have it in, and then you want to get it replaced if you want to keep having it, which if you want to do it 5 years, that's your prerogative, baby. But, I did decide to get mine taken out because I want to experience my life for the first time ever not on birth control since the age of 15. And I have been taking my waking basal temperature, and I'm really trying that method of tracking my cycle, and it's been fascinating, and I just feel so much closer to my body. I don't want to go too on and on about that, but I will say when I got my IUD inserted, it was painful just because I've never had a baby before. A lot of my friends that have had babies say it was like nothing to them, but because my uterus has never really heavily contracted before the way you would when you're going into labor, what happens when you get the IUD inserted is your uterus contracts, and it could for the rest of the day into the next day, but it is a foreign object going into your bod, okay? So bod has to adjust and get used to that, and the uterus does that by contracting. So it was very painful for me, like the day or so after. Thomas did drive me home. I don't think I could have driven, I don't know. I had my husband there to drive me home after the insertion. Getting it out, let me just say, getting it out was the pieciest piece of cake that I have ever had, okay? It was just a breeze. I mean, my annual exam took up the majority of the time I was on the table, and my OBGYN, he's got a sense of humor, he thinks. And so and he's a really good guy, but he was just like, are you sure? Because I could take this out and you could go home, you guys have sex, you're pregnant. Like it could happen today if you just don't know, or it could take weeks or months. And he's like, are you sure? And like he did that like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, yep. And he was like, okay, it's out. And I mean, it was like if I could just reenact for you, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, because you could get pregnant like today. You can come back and get another one too if you want me to put it back in. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. All right, well, if you're sure, I'm sure. It's out. I mean, like, there was like a brief wince of pain. Just a brief moment, like a millisecond of a sharp pain, and it was done. By a medical professional. You know, I can't imagine doing that at home to myself. Absolutely can't. And there's really no need, because the whole conversation about removing it was maybe 30 seconds, and the actual taking it out was 1.5 seconds, and no pain afterwards, no contractions. I told Thomas the rest of the day that I could have run a marathon if I wanted to. Actually, you know what? If you are a subscriber and you watch my ASMR videos, I got my IUD taken out October 27th. That is the week that I started filming 2 videos a day in honor of Halloween on my channel. And I was killing it. So it was so easy. I got it inserted by a medical professional. A medical professional took it right out. And now I never have to worry that I'll have lasting damage, that a piece is still inside, that I didn't do it accurately, or that I've scraped or damaged anything. So essentially my problem with what Catherine's done, and you guys know this, but she has a younger fan base, a gigantic fan base. I mean, they started their channel in 2016 and they've already amassed 19 million, almost, you know, let's call it 20 million followers. And she is influencing and promoting on her Instagram that, yeah, you can take your IUD out at home. You can do it on your own. She said that she did like a 30-minute yoni steam and then got in the bathtub and took her IUD out. Now, can you theoretically take your IUD out at home? Because I don't want to like not cover all of our bases. I don't want to lie to anybody. Yes, sure. If you want, you can take your IUD out at home. You sure can. Why do you want to do that though? Because remember all the story that I just told you about how you don't need to do that? So here's what we're not going to do, and here's really like the root of why I'm making this video, why this bothers me so much. The spiritual download part. Anybody can take out their IUD for any reason at any time. You know, recommend you go to a medical professional. But this promoting spirituality in this way, like, there's nothing wrong with being spiritual at all, but using your influence and your position as an influencer, and then also using spirituality, gross. It's gross, and it's not okay. It's just gonna further influence your young community, because spirituality and spiritual downloads is something that's really big on the internet right now and is a trending topic. I don't want to discount anybody's spirituality in the same way I don't want to discount anybody's experience with their IUD, including Catherine's. If she had a bad experience with her IUD, or anybody watching this video has had a bad experience with their IUD, everybody's body is different, and everybody has different experiences with the IUD. You know, like I said earlier, some of my friends had zero pain even when it was inserted into their bodies. So, and for me, it was a day and a half of pain. At the end of the 3 years, chef's kiss, beyond worth it. Our bodies are made for that sort of thing and can do anything. But my problem is using spirituality and, you know, saying that, okay, well, I got a spiritual download about it, so I needed to go do the yoni steam, get in my bathtub, and take the IUD out. I feel like that is irresponsible to do to such a large audience. There is a bit of conflicting information out there. There's a few articles that say under certain circumstances you can remove an IUD at home. For the most part, doctors say it's completely unsafe. Please see a healthcare professional. Let a medical professional do the service for you. It is a medical device that should be removed by a medical professional. It's really not a big deal to get it removed at all. I certainly hope that her post has not made anyone think that getting an IUD removed by a healthcare professional is an issue. When you receive a spiritual download telling you that you should get your IUD removed, if and when you do, you still can go on down to the medical professional and they'll remove it for you due to your download, or just because you want it, just on a whim one day, and then you can pay for another one to get right back up in there. I mean, it's really up to you, but I don't like the way that this was messaged. I think it was done in a very scary and inappropriate way, an irresponsible way. If you have any questions about my IUD experience or want any more information, please leave them down below. I will be happy to comment you back. I always return comments on my videos, and I will be happy to make another video on topics like birth control. We'll go way more into detail with you about some of the side effects of the pill or my IUD experience, truly whatever you want. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're not mad at me. I really promise to try to have the lady balls to make some more commentary videos, because I really do enjoy this content. It's really cathartic for me to dish with you guys like this and make sure my opinion is out there on this. I know that I am a smaller channel, but I will never not use my voice on things like this, if and when I have had enough therapy sessions and good days to do so. If you liked this video, and if you like ASMR videos, commentary, true crime, and a little bit of vlogging, please subscribe to my channel down below and give this video a thumbs up. I feel so awkward saying this, and I hate myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye. Hey, please don't lick your balls. Can you sit up and be cute? That's my opinion. Suck me. I mean, what?